friends, welcome to my channel again. Today we will be discussing about the topic immunity. So immunity, what is immunity? You have learned in earlier classes that immunity is the capability of multicellular organisms to resist harmful microorganisms. So immunity can be specific or non-specific. And we have two types of immunity, that is active immunity and passive immunity. So we will discuss this in detail. Active immunity is the immunity which is formed within the body. Means the immunity which is formed by the body and in the body. It is active immunity. And passive immunity, immunity which is formed outside the body. So let's discuss in detail. So the question arises in your mind, that is how it is formed. How it is formed. So we have two methods, that is natural infection and second one is vaccine. In natural infections, we have some examples. Measles, mumps, and chickenpox. How natural infection can build immunity in our body? For example, measles, mumps, and chickenpox. If anyone had measles, mumps, and chickenpox in their childhood, that virus enters in body and by becoming an antigen, it stimulated our immune system and antibodies have formed. So many diseases like measles, mumps and chickenpox, their antibodies are lifelong. Antibodies are lifelong. So these antibodies have formed in our body. So it is active immunity. As I said, formed within the body, in the body and by the body. So it is active immunity. So this is the mechanism of natural infection. Second one is vaccines. Vaccines are antigenic substance which stimulate our immune system and antibodies are formed. When we take vaccines in the form of injections like measles, mumps and chickenpox. If anyone had measles vaccine at the age of 9 months, their antibodies and immunity will be lifelong. That person's immunity will be lifelong. And if anyone had the chickenpox vaccine, that person's immunity will be 20 to 22 years. It depends on vaccine. So this was the mechanism of vaccines. So this was about active immunity. Now we will talk about passive immunity. Passive immunity, as I said, formed outside the body. It is formed outside the body, then it is transferred in our body. Mainly we have two methods, immunoglobulins and vertical transmission. So let's see. First is immunoglobulins. And second one is vertical transmission. So if we talk about immunoglobulins, it is prepared in laboratory. We make it in laboratory and it is available at pharmacy in market. For example, we have RIG, and TIG. RIG is rabies immunoglobulin and TIG is tetanus immunoglobulin. So these are ready-made antibodies. We take it in syringe and inject. So these antibodies goes directly to reach directly to the patient's body. Okay. So these are ready-made antibodies. So now we will discuss vertical transmission. Vertical transmission is also known as mother to child transmission. The word itself is telling the meaning of vertical transmission. That is, the antibodies are getting transferred from mother to newborn. So mother will form antibodies, then she transfers that antibody to the newborn. So newborn didn't have to make any antibody because mother's antibodies are present. So ready-made antibody is getting to the newborn through mother. So we have an example. Measles. We all know that newborn cannot have measles for first 6 months because mother's antibody is present in his body. After 6 months, after 6 months, mother's antibodies in newborn starts decreasing. So there will be chances of measles increasing. So chances of measles is increasing because mother's antibody in newborn is decreasing after 6 months and after 9 months. 9 months. It disappears. So after 9 months, mother's antibodies are completely disappear. So after 9 months, we give measles vaccine to the newborn. This is the reason why we give measles vaccine at the 9 month, because mother's antibodies will completely disappear after 9 months. So we give measles vaccine at the age of 9 months. Then so this was about active and passive immunity. One more thing, passive immunity gives immediate protection. Immediate protection. This is the advantage of passive immunity. And the disadvantage of passive immunity is, this immediate protection is for short duration. Means it can provide immediate protection but for short duration. This is the disadvantage and it is the advantage. And also active immunity is also having one disadvantage, that is, it is time taking. It takes time to make, but it has one advantage also, it is long lasting, or we can say lifelong. So I hope you understood the difference between active and passive immunity. It is time taking, it is immediate protection, it is long lasting, and it is for short duration. So this was about our topic immunity. We will meet you soon in the next video.